Welcome, everybody, to Lyndhurst Community News. This is episode 93, by the way. Today is Wednesday, June 18th. School's over next week. And it's about to get very, very hot. Very hot. In fact, hotter than anything we saw last year. I remember last year, because I pay attention to this stuff. The older I've gotten, I hate heat and humidity. I don't go outside in the summer. I literally just stay in the air conditioning. I don't know what it is. I talk to a lot of people who, as we get older, we all seem to agree. But it's going to be really hot. We never hit 100 last year. Well, we're going to hit 100, maybe even 102 this coming next week. The lows at night are going to be 80, which means our air conditioners are never going to go off. So, as I always say at the end of this episode, is to always check on your elderly neighbors, especially in a heat wave. Make sure they have air conditioning, and if they don't, make sure they have fans. Make sure they're cared for and looked after and hydrated. It's going to get hot. And it's been so cool this past week. We haven't seen the sun, but it's been cool. I actually was walking around the house with a sweatshirt on this week. I was so, cold. But anyway, it's about to get interesting. But I'm Brian Haggerty, and remember, if you have any news to share with the community, send it to LyndhurstCommunityNews at gmail.com, and I always list that email as well as any other contact information I mention throughout the broadcast in the description box below the video on YouTube. So let's see what we have this week. Well, first of all, the Veterans Banners program, they're going to be actually extending it for this year. So here's the deal. If you want to get a banner for one of your loved ones, they could be living or deceased, doesn't matter, to be displayed somewhere in town on a pole on June 28th at the Parks Department, not in the senior building Parks Department, in the actual Parks Department building from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can go in there and you could fill out the application. You have to pay cash this time around, but you will get a receipt, according to Tom Witt, who's the Veterans Alliance commander. But you could also, for those of you who submitted photographs, you can also get them back that day. They will have all the photographs there to be picked up. And as I say, if you have anybody or know anybody who would like a banner, they can still do it this year. So $150, and that's on June 28th from 10 to 1 p.m. in the Parks Department building. All right, so the Italian American Club has given away 4 $1,000 scholarships. They were awarded at the McLean Awards, but then they're invited to a dinner this evening, actually, at Roma's Restaurant in North Arlington, where they will receive their actual checks, I believe. And the recipients of this year's Italian American Club scholarships are Danica Farelli, Skylar Montillo, Chelsea Cardo, and Michael Longo. Congratulations to all the graduating seniors. And the Italian American Club raises a good deal of money every year, and they do a lot behind the scenes to help out people in need in the township. And it's a wonderful organization. I'm very proud to be a part of it. And you've got some very dedicated people as well working very hard. All right, now, don't forget, coming up July 9th to the 12th is the biggest annual celebration that Lyndhurst has annually. And that is, of course, the music concerts under the stars, as well as the Mount Carmel Feast. Now, I've been asked specifically by Mount Carmel to please ask for volunteers. So the hours are Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 5:45 to 10:15, and Saturday, 4:45 to 11:15. It's becoming increasingly more difficult to get volunteers each year, and especially those who do volunteer, a lot of them are getting older, and some of them can't handle, the heat or the hours. So, with that in mind, if you would like to volunteer or know someone who would like to volunteer, call the rectory at 201-935-1177. I will be there. I usually work the wine garden, and hope to see you all there. It's a wonderful time that brings back all sorts of Lyndhurst people from the past, present, I was going to say future, but no, just the past and the present. It's a wonderful time to have a reunion with old friends from township. Make sure you come out and support the church. Okay, and the Lyndhurst High School Band actually just got back from Denver, Colorado, where they performed in Colorado Springs. They did a lot of sightseeing as well, In fact, there was out of we have a huge band, by the way, the high school band. If you've ever been to a football game, you'll never see another band. We play schools that are probably triple the size of Lyndhurst, maybe double, depending upon the division. None of their bands ever even come close. Our band is, I think it's like a large percentage. I forgot what the number is, but an overwhelming majority percentage of the actual school population are in the band or the chorus. And these kids are immensely talented. And Mr. Chowlick, the band leader, does an amazing job, as does Ms. Wise with the chorus and the chorale. They're wonderful. So not only that, you had 28th graders from the middle school who also joined this trip. And I saw one of the photographs online. It was enormous amount of people. So I think it's great that kids today have an opportunity to do something like that. I mean, when we were all younger, the most that we went to was the Turtleback Zoo. We didn't have the opportunity. These kids today, they go to other countries. They go all over the world. What a wonderful time for these young people. They have access to so much more resources than we ever did. So God bless them. And on Monday, June 30th, will be Lyndhurst's annual fireworks show. This will be down at the Little League Field at 255 Riverside Avenue. And your music will be given by DJ Bobby G. There will be food trucks there, as well as novelty vendors. And it starts at 6 p.m. Obviously, the fireworks don't start at 6 p.m. The fireworks will start at dusk. But the food trucks and the celebrations of the music will be there. And again, this is all under the direction of Commissioner David Mateen, who is Commissioner of the Department of Parks and Recreation. So hope to see you there. Now, this week, I am very happy to once again have a birthday of note. And this wonderful gentleman is a World War II veteran, and he's still with us. And that's John Garofalo. He turned 98 on Father's Day. He's been a lifelong resident of Lyndhurst. In fact, his story is amazing. He left high school when the war broke out so that he could fight in the war. So he never actually finished high school at the time. But several years ago, he finished high school, and he got his diploma, and he walked with the graduating seniors. It was a sight to behold. It was wonderful. Mr. Garofalo is a darling man, and most of you probably also know his son, Ronnie, who's very active with Our Lady of Mount Carmel, and he's also the head of the Italian-American Club. And just a wonderful man. We wish him blessings, health, happiness, and joy, and prosperity, and everything that we could possibly wish for him, we send to him now. So happy birthday, Mr. Garofalo. My voice is a little scratchy this week. I apologize. It's just the, certain allergies or things. Usually in June, I lose my voice, and I sound like Frank Pentangeli from Godfather 2, but that didn't happen this year, luckily. So, anyway, that's the news for this week. And as I say, the news will be light in the summertime. I probably won't be doing a weekly newscast, but if something comes up that is important, I will absolutely let you all know. So as I always say, that a community is not its roads, houses, or buildings. It is its people. This is a wonderful community. That's what makes Lyndhurst so special. People look out for each other. People take care of each other. People are there for one another when they're in need. So as I say, with this coming heat, make sure you keep an eye on any elderly neighbors you may have to make sure that they're okay and that the heat is not getting to them, because it's going to be a scorcher. Anyway, so I'll see you soon. Whether it's next week, depends upon how much news there is. But as always, this is Brian Haggerty saying God bless you all, and God bless our wonderful township.